The Final Jeopardy answer is the greatest of all time in the WWE. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling blogger who always tells it like it is. One of the many things that I like to watch besides wrestling in Disney is Jeopardy! I've been watching the show since it first came back on the air in the mid-1980s. Alex Trebek has proven he's a host's host, and when I learned he got pancreatic cancer, the same thing that took my dad away a decade ago, I felt so bad for him. But he's fighting through it, thank goodness. Anyway, this week, the show started a very special tournament called the Greatest of All Time. 3 of the best Jeopardy players in the 3.5-decade history have come together to see who's best of the best. I'm talking 74-day champion Ken Jennings, highest money winner Brad Rutter, and owner of the top 10 highest single game money wins, James Holzhauer. They've gone through 6 games so far, and Ken is leading, though barely. But that got me to thinking. A lot of people, even today, argue who is the greatest professional wrestler of all time. And the arguments have spread from Undertaker to Ric Flair to Daniel Bryan to Chris Jericho to Randy Orton and so on and so forth. Well, if we take the criteria for being on the Jeopardy! Greatest of all time, I'd say we come up with a very interesting threesome when it comes to the WWE. Strictly WWE, I should say. First of all, the longest running returning champion of all time has to go to Bruno Sammartino. The late Italian Stallion held the WWE Championship for longer stretches than anyone before or since. For over 7.5 years he held the title, and then when the then WWF rejoined the NWA briefly, Bruno held the title again for just over 3 years. That makes a smudge under 11 years being the best in the WWE. And the way the WWE has been over the last quarter century, there's very little chance anyone getting close to that total. So, clearly, Bruno Sammartino is the Ken Jennings of the WWE. Now, it could be argued about who is the Brad Rutter. Champions make money hand over fist in the WWE. Just ask Brock Lesnar. But only one man made the WWE enough money to break from the NWA for good and started on the road to being the global phenomenon it is, and that is Hulk Hogan. If not for Mr. Train, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, who knows if the WWE would be around today, let alone the dominant sports entertainment racket it is now. And everyone loved Hulk through the majority of his time in the WWE. Yeah, you rarely saw him compete unless you were at the house shows, but his 4-year first title reign hasn't been topped since it ended in 1988. Hell, only 3 superstars have had year-long title reigns since then. Hulk was the money printer that made the WWE able to make more money and squash the competition. So that's Brad Rutter. As for the James Holzhauer, well, I would contend that whoever had the most reigns, short or long, would be in an equivalent record. I know you think I'm going to pick Ric Flair, but most of the 16 world title reigns of his were outside the WWE. John Cena, on the other hand, won 16 world titles while always in the WWE. Yeah, I gave John a lot of flack for hoarding either the WWE or World Heavyweight Championship during his time in the WWE, but you gotta admit, he had his heart. He had heart when competing and defending that title, and he left everything he had in the ring, whether he fought to regain or retain. So yeah, just like Holzhauer owns records in Jeopardy by going all in, Cena holds the record for the WWE for most title reigns. He puts it all in. So that's the trio. What do you think? Sammartino, Hogan, and Cena, all during their prime? Who would be the greatest of all time? And would Flair be the special guest referee? Do, 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 do. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling blogger who always tells it like it is. See ya.